Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Been a little while. Let me just make sure the stream sounds okay real quick. Let's just make sure. It's been like 2 years since I've done a stream, so let's just make sure everything looks good. Hang tight. Hang with me for a moment. It's been like 2 years since I've done a stream, so let's just make sure everything looks good. Yeah, so far things are sounding good. But yeah, keep me posted. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Ishmael. Yeah, we're so fucking back, my dude. We're so fucking back. Yeah, so, hi, it's been a while. I know we haven't done a... Well, I haven't uploaded a video on this channel in like a year, maybe? I think last year, around this time, I was probably uploading some of my Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree footage, but I'm pretty sure it's been like almost 2 years since I've done any, like One Piece reaction read-along content. So, but I've been meaning to get back into One Piece for a while, and it just kind of seemed like the right time. So, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I will say, for anyone who's kind of specifically been following me on YouTube, I used to stream on Twitch. So that essentially the way Chips Ahoy, that's what the show is called, the way it works is, or the way it used to work. I'm experimenting a little bit. I'm trying to see if YouTube is a better platform, I think, generally for kind of growth and exposure. Like I know like YouTube's algorithm will actually like push small creators, like they've tuned the algorithm to push like small creators who are streaming to not necessarily like huge audiences. So there's generally, like, from my understanding, like a better opportunity for growth on YouTube, like, than on Twitch. Twitch doesn't really like promote, like I don't know what the algorithm situation is over there. My understanding is it's not like the best platform for growth. If you have an established audience already, it could be a good platform for you, but at the end of the day, I feel like Twitch is kind of washed, so I'm looking to move kind of away from using Twitch, at least for the time being. And yeah, I know YouTube's... So one other thing I wanted to address as well, like, besides the fact that I've been gone for, the better part of, over a year at this point, right? I think over a year, because yeah, last time I did anything was probably, last September, maybe October, but I've, been out there touching grass, life gets busy, you know how it is. I'm not, like a full-time content creator. It's not my job. It's just a hobby. That being said, I have gotten so used to streaming my One Piece reactions that essentially, I'm just, at this point, it's basically just like, I can't read One Piece without also streaming it. So that's why I thought it would be, a good time to get back into it and like kind of share my reactions with you guys. If anyone is even still interested in the channel, that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm hoping to catch up pretty soon. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch up in the time frame that I'm hoping to, because I have a lot of other things I need to do in the next couple weeks, but just so you guys are aware, I'm actually going to be going to Japan, and that's kind of just at the end of this month, basically, at the end of November. So I'm kind of trying to... I was hoping to make some progress on catching up to One Piece before my trip to Japan, so hopefully we can make a little dent in it. I at least want to try to finish Egghead. Unfortunately, I don't have too much time to stream tonight, but I am going to try to, start making a little progress towards catching up. So hopefully we can get through at least some of Egghead, if not all of Egghead. I know there's been, a little... I've been pretty good about, staying away from One Piece spoilers for the last, 2 years or whatever, however long it's been since I've talked about One Piece on the channel. What was I going to say? So, yeah, so essentially... I've been pretty good at staying away from One Piece spoilers. There's a couple, I'll see images from time to time, so I've basically been soft spoiled to a couple of minor details that as they come up I will let you guys know. But I haven't been spoiled to any broad level plot details or anything like that. That being said, I know from the little images I get from advertisements that we're getting into some heavy endgame shit, getting some crazy backstories. So I don't know the context of any of this shit, but I do want to not be spoiled, and I want to be able to finish the series with everybody else. I want to be part of the zeitgeist for this one. So You know, thank you for your patience. If you've been like waiting for me to return to doing One Piece videos, I imagine most of you have already kind of moved on or found other content creators who cover it in a way that that works for y'all. But I still think it's going to be fun to catch up, and if anyone wants to hop on for the ride, you know, that's what we're here for. So, but yeah, so let's get into it. And one thing I want to mention is, so, like I said, I used to stream my One Piece content on Twitch and then re-upload it later as like a VOD to YouTube. So what I'm going to do here is I'm trying to start out doing things on YouTube exclusively, at least for the time being. And what I will say is that, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so there actually, you guys might be under the impression that the last chapter, because if you look at my channel, I think the last chapter that I uploaded to my last like kind of Chips Ahoy video that I uploaded to YouTube, or stream VOD that I uploaded to YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was chapter 1102. Let me just double check that to make sure I'm not talking out my ass. I believe it was chapter 1102. So yeah, let's just double check this, so I'm not lying to y'all. But yeah, I was kind of doing some catching up. I had fallen a little bit behind, so I did 1100 to 1102. I'm just going to say 1102. And then I actually did more of my, you know, Chips Ahoy episodes on Twitch that I never uploaded to YouTube, just because I think when I was starting to try to pick up again, I was getting like really busy. I had, you know, like kind of like a lot of like family stuff going on. I had some, you know, stuff with the relationship I was in at the time going on. So it just did not really, it was not conducive to me being able to, you know, there's just too much IRL stuff going on for me to be able to like focus on content at all. So I'm going to upload those probably in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that. But the last chapter I reacted to live on Twitch was 1111. So 1111. So what we're going to be picking up here is 1112. And I'm really excited. So if I remember correctly, the last thing that happened before, let me actually just go back to 1111 and just kind of review. We'll do like a quick skim through, just to like kind of like last time on Dragon Ball Z this shit, you know? So yeah, let's take a quick skim through of chapter 1111 just to kind of refresh myself, and then we'll hop straight into chapter 112. One thing I do want to mention for anyone who's kind of, you know, enjoys the other content on the channel, like my gaming content and stuff like that, I will say I have finished Shadow of the Erd Tree, and I will be uploading the rest of that playthrough. Hopefully, I will say I'm really busy over the next couple months, like between November and January and December, and the end of December. I'm going to be pretty busy. That being said, I am going to try to make time to, like, those are already uploaded, by the way. Those videos, they're on my channel. They're just private. I just need to create thumbnails for them. So hopefully I can do that, dedicate some time to that, maybe in like mid to late December or January, like when I have some free time. But next 2 months are going to be really busy, but I do want to prioritize One Piece. I do want to get caught up, because it's been too long, and I miss One Piece, man. And I miss being able to talk about it. I miss being current on it. And yeah, but there is other, I want to mention this before we get into it, because there is other stuff coming to the channel. Besides, you know, doing One Piece streams again, I am you know, gonna upload my Shadow of the Erd Tree gameplay. I have other Let's Plays in the pipeline. I'm doing a playthrough of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, so you guys will see that really soon. Loving that game so far. I think I'm about like 2/3 of the way done, maybe a little further along. I know I'm like towards the end of Act 2. But yeah, so loving that. Also planning to do Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for the channel. There's a lot of like really fun games coming down the pipeline. Like I'm really looking forward to what's it called? Crimson Desert, and some other really neat ones as well. So keep an eye out for that. There will be stuff coming. Probably like early next year, we'll see a lot more like gameplay videos from me. Right now, I'm kind of, part of the reason you haven't been seeing me like consistently upload things is like I'm trying to record like all of my gameplay ahead of time so I can like schedule my uploads more effectively. So again, appreciate your guys' patience. If any of you even still care, besides you, Ishmael, I know you care because you're the goat, the truest homie. Glad to see you stopping in. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a look. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into One Piece. And I'm also gonna, sorry, I keep caveating this shit because I'm probably only gonna be able to go live until 8:30. I might be able to push it till 9. I have a call at 8:30, but maybe I can push it till 9. So I might be able to do an hour and a half of catch up here, which would be awesome. But yeah, really excited to get back into One Piece here. So let's hop in. Yeah, and the one thing I wanted to mention, the one other thing I wanted to mention for anyone who gives a fuck, is I am trying to revive the channel, not just this channel, but I also have like some plans for the main channel as well. I know I haven't like touched that in like probably like 5 years. Look, what touching grass does to a motherfucker, you forget about what matters. Your fucking hobbyist YouTube channel that you very rarely upload to. But anyway, I hope you guys understand. Like, you know, I do want to make more time for this. Like, I have other hobbies. I have, you know, a lot of stuff going on in my life, but it doesn't mean that I don't still care about this. It doesn't mean I don't still want to like share these, you know, like my opinions about art and kind of like the, you know, like the stuff that I'm into. Like, so One Piece, you know, video games. I'm hoping to do some reactions as well. When Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Core 4 comes out, planning to do hopefully live reactions to all of that, as well as potentially Severance Season 3, if and when we get some more information on that. So I do kind of want to share, you know, more of my, you know, opinions about media, but for what you can expect on this channel is like some additional reaction content, not just to like One Piece manga and like video games, but, you know, video game playthroughs, but also potentially some reaction content as well. And then hopefully we'll be seeing, before too long, some other content from me as well. I have some stuff that I'm kind of mocking up, that I'm working on. So, you know, keep an eye out for it. I'll keep you guys posted. I know I've been sparse here, and there might be times of silence, but I'll try to keep you guys, you know, up to date on some level. So if you still care, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy this. And yeah, so we're going to be starting with 112. I'm just going to do a quick review of 111. I am going to try this. So you guys know how in my sort of stream panel I have, you know, essentially I normally show the chapter kind of like in that corner over there. So essentially I'm going to try doing that as well. Now I know YouTube is like way stricter about what you can show versus what you can't from like Viz Media content, right? Like, and just content moderation in general, way tighter on YouTube than it is on Twitch. So I'm gonna test the waters here a little bit. Obviously I could keep like just the like video that goes on a loop up behind the One Piece logo that we have up here. I am gonna try removing it. We're just gonna see what happens. If I get like content claimed, whatever, I don't make money from this channel anyway, so, you know, fuck it, who cares? If I get struck or, you know, video gets like taken down or something, then I might look into other options. I might just keep what we have up there now and like just tell you guys which chapters we're on, what page I'm working through, and then you guys can follow along if you want. I will be reading the chapter as I normally do, but I would like to try to show it to you guys in some capacity. I like that you can kind of read along. I still have the big logo in front to try to, you know, maintain some, you know, copyright deniability, I suppose, showing that I'm not just like, and again, like, none of the content I do on this channel should be a substitute for the real thing anyway, right? Like, you should, if you're interested in a game I'm playing, you should try it. I love watching like Let's Plays as well, but, you know, if there's something you're interested on the channel, if you haven't caught up to One Piece, you know, what the fuck are you doing here? Catch up to One Piece. That's way more important than my fucking streams. Like, I am, you know, basically commentating on, like, this channel's just all about me, like, commentating in real time on sort of the art that I am appreciating in the moment, right? So, like, that's what it's all about. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into this shit. So, let's go ahead and remove the thingy, the pre-chapter thing. And okay, so let's do a quick skim through of chapter 111. This is the last chapter I read before I went on indefinite hiatus 2 years ago from Chips Ahoy. But we're back. So awesome cover page. We're gonna skim this. We're not gonna spend too much time here. I just want to like make sure we're catch up. So last time on One Piece Ball Z, or Chips Ahoy Ball Z. So okay, so yeah, we had the Gorosei, the 5 Elder Stars. They came crashing down like the planets that they are, and then they transformed into these like crazy mythical ancient beasts. I remember at the time kind of wondering, like, is this, like, are these mythical devil fruits? Are these people actually just like ancient gods? Like, who knows, you know? Because like clearly they have powers that we haven't explored or seen yet. So who's to say, right? But yeah, let's kind of scroll through and get into this a little bit. So, okay, so we got Bird Boy. He's showing up. He's flying. He's looking scary. He's got a fiery tail. He sees Jinbei. Jinbei's like, the fuck is that? What in the world? This hockey is unreal. Okay, we're getting into hockey shit. Love me some hockey. I'll say this, guys. You'll kind of see it as we go through this. I think I don't think I was ever too hard on One Piece. But I do think there were things I was like pretty nitpicky about. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to be nitpicky going forward. You know, that's my shit. That's my brand, right? Being a little, I mean, not nitpicky. Like I'm trying to provide like critiques as like someone, like I do, you know, I do a little writing. You know, I'm not a writer, I'm not fucking published or anything, and I'm not saying I have anything on some, like a genius, like a God King genius like Ichiro Oda. It's mostly just like I have ideas of like how I would be writing a story if I were doing it, right? And I like to talk about writing, I like to talk about like, when I play games, I love to talk about like mechanics and design and like presentation. When I'm talking about manga, when I'm talking about One Piece, I like to talk about, you know, character arcs and like, you know, plot developments and like how Oda handles certain characters and the directions he takes them. And like, again, these are all just my opinions. I'm not like the arbiter of truth on any of this bullshit. So like, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt, you know, obviously. I don't think that really needs to be stated, but I'm going to state it anyway. And look, I'm happy to fucking argue or have a conversation about any of this stuff. So if you disagree, pipe up in the chat. We'll get into it. Anyway, so the fight's over, Zoro. Let's move on. Okay, so Zoro and Lucci were fighting. Zoro cut him down with his 3-sword style, his Santoryu. He did the tiger thing, I think, and you know, obviously Lucci. He's been sliced into he looks like he got burned. It looks like he's char grilled. He's standing up even after he got massively sliced with like a finishing move by Zoro. Jinbei, have you got him yet? So Sanji, obviously the goat, Goat G, Wanji is laughing at Zolo for having a hard time with this pre-time skip villain, and while he's over there fighting Kizaru, who I guess is technically also a pre-time skip villain, but just like significantly more formidable than Lucci on like all accounts. So, you know, obviously, Sanji calls in. He's like, "You suck. Get him out of there, Jinbei." Jinbei immediately, "Come on, Zoro, you've already won. Ugh, Fisherman Karate. Sorry about this, Rob Lucci. 500 brick. Fist." Punches him into oblivion. Man gets fucked up. Knocks him this fuck. See, this is why Jinbei joining the crew. So I've softened a little bit on Jinbei. I've rewatched his intro arc, aka Marine's Bird. Jinbei's the GOAT. We love him. He's still not my favorite Straw Hat. Like, I think he kind of like lacks some of like the quirky personality traits that I like to see from Straw Hats. I think he's kind of a bit too much of a straight shooter, which is why he's not like in my top 5, you know, Straw Hat characters, main characters or whatever. But he is strong as fuck, and he basically just one-shot Lucci. And it makes Zoro, or aka Loro or Zolo, look like a huge bitch for spending so much time on this absolute loser. So, you know, Zoro absolutely, mauling at this turn of events. Anyway, so then this guy shows up. He, taunts Rob Lucci. He's like, "Hey, bro, you failed. Where is York?" They're searching for York. Rob Lucci is shook. I feel like we might get a Rob Lucci team-up arc with Luffy. We kind of teased it earlier, but I feel like he might have a crisis of faith He might get betrayed, just like he betrayed Polly back in Water 7. I feel like he might get betrayed. We'll just have to see. I feel like they might try to kill him or his homies for failing at this mission, and for them having to come through in the end. So anyway, we have to hurry. What is that thing? She's still tied up in the control room. It's on the 4th floor of Building A. The two that just ran off are Roro Zora and Jinbei, the Knight of the Sea. Yeah, I mean, obviously, bro. They're, like, very identifiable. You don't think the fucking Gorosei know this shit? There are 5 more Straw Hats up there, and 2 Vegapunks. So, obviously, Rob Lucci, always a fucking narc-ass bitch. Basically, I mean, he's a secret agent. I guess he's just doing his job. And 2 Vegapunks, Huff, they're preparing to escape from the back entrance of the Labostratum, so he's giving them the details. So even though he got fucked up and kind of like, BTFO'd by Zoro and Jinbei, he's still, doing his job. He's still coming through with the information. He's a cipher pull guy. That is what he does. And we have 6 minutes before Vegapunk's message. Okay, here we go. Splendid work. I have no further queries. All right, so he gets a pat on the head, an attaboy from big ol' dragon Gorosei. I forget which one this is. He has long hair, so I'm guessing it might be the. I actually don't know. I have no idea which one this is. I know the samurai-looking one is like a centaur kind of guy, or like a horse-looking thing, and. I honestly have no idea which one this is, so we'll find out in time, I presume. And I'm not going to go back and check it. I'm just going to keep... We're barreling forward, man. We don't have enough time. So, one last thing. My partner should be in the control room. He was badly injured. Please find a way to spare him. That might not be possible. It is hard to single out a lone insect when you're exterminating the hive. Goddamn. That's some hard-ass shit. So we got Dory and Brogy. Right, the giant warrior pirates, they have returned. We saw them with Shanks, back when Shanks absolutely bodied my boy Kid. Rest in piss, Kid bros. What a sad, sad day. Will Jika come back? Will the damned punk Jika make a return? Who knows? The damned one. Only time will tell. Giant old timers, it's really you. Oh god. So yeah. So okay guys, I'm gonna make a pretty big switcheroo from how I used to feel about Gear 5. I did not love the idea of Gear 5 when we first saw it. My opinions have since changed. I like Gear 5 quite a bit, and like it was never the powers necessarily that I disliked. It was mostly just like the way we kind of the way it sort of retcons some like previous stuff. But I was really thinking about like, okay, obviously Oda had a story he wanted to tell, and obviously that story, like his goals and like approach to that story has like changed over time, right? So like early on he was like, yeah, the story's going to be about like the Shichibukai, and then I think he was like, it's about taking on the 4 emperors, and then obviously they turned into like this bigger like world-spanning story. Originally he said it was going to be 5 years. It's been like fucking 25 years, probably be another 5 years before it's done. But what we do know is that who knows? I doubt like this sort of sun god power was planned from the start, but who knows? Like we still don't know at least I don't know, because I'm not caught up, the significance of the D-Clan. And by the way, guys, like please keep spoilers to a minimum. Actually, don't do spoilers at all. Look at the thing on the screen over there, over there. Yes, you see it. So yeah, please keep spoilers out of the chat. Thank you. Not that that's been a problem yet. So just thought I'd hedge that off a little bit. It's been over 2 years. Nessie Sirium says Whitebeard over Roger. I kind of agree. I fuck with Whitebeard. I like him. I do like Roger though too. So I don't know. Like, does Roger have time to change that opinion for me? Yes. But if that's how you feel, I understand and I respect it. Okay. It's been over 2 years. Straw Hat, we hardly recognize you. Okay, so reunion with Dory and Brogy. They cut off the head of this worm guy. They're super strong. They basically, like, Big Mom's Elbaf Spear, they did it first back in Little Garden, like, back at chapter, like, 130 or something. So they're super strong. 2 of these guys, I wouldn't necessarily equals one Big Mom, but we know that these guys are like crazy strong, even though it's super weird, because if you if you go back to the chapters they were introduced, I think they each had a 100 berry bounty, but they'd been missing for 100 years. So maybe inflation happened. So maybe they're worth a lot more by today's standards. Maybe if you were to inflate the 100 billion berry over time, they'd each be like 1,000 or something. Who knows? Who knows? We just don't know. Only time will tell. Anyway, so they're having a reunion. But anyway, as I was saying, I've come around on the, maybe not the Nika stuff, like some of like the prophecy stuff is still, like I need to see what Oda does with it, right? Like I'm kind of reserving some judgment until we get some more information. But I will say that like the vehicle of giving Luffy a power up by making his fruit something that was sort of like misunderstood, like we never like got confirmation early on that it was a Logia, that it was a Paramecia. It just had similar properties to a Paramecia. But the thing is, there are certain Paramecia fruits that don't turn someone's body into what it, the thing that it is or whatever, right? So like we know like Logias turn your body into the property of like whatever it is. So like if you're a swamp man, you turn into a swamp. If you're a fireman, you turn into fire. If you're a smoke man, you turn into smoke, right? Like the only exception to that is Blackbeard. He is like a weird Logia where it makes him take more damage and also does not make his body intangible for whatever reason. I think it's just to make him like more grounded in the fact that like despite being like a real threat, he can be like fucked up. Like I like it then that he's kind of like Luffy in that way. He can fuck up pretty bad, as he has many times. Okay, so but anyway, like I have kind of come around on the switcheroo because, like I said, like obviously Doflamingo's string fruit can't turn his body into strings. He can use strings inside of his body to like stitch things up or whatever, which is fucking OP as shit. But I still think that's pretty, like, I still think Doflamingo is probably way too OP for like the point in the story where he was introduced. Like it was a bit silly to me personally. It's fine if you like him though. But and I like him too. He's fine. But what was I saying? So yeah, like I actually think it was actually kind of a smart story decision to make his fruit like secretly a what's it called? Mythical Zoan. The Mythical Zoan being like kind of related to Joy Boy, like, and that's the thing is like, I guess we don't know this yet, but is Joy Boy like a like, because we saw Roger, he read the thing in the Odin flashback where he was like, oh, Joy Boy, like, I wish I'd been born in your time. I remember that being the translation that I read, at least, on Jaimini's box, which apparently doesn't exist anymore, which is, fine. I guess it's to be expected. I'm using Manga Fire today. But, yeah, so, interesting, Roger was like, Joy Boy, I wish I had been born in your time. So I almost feel like Joy Boy is not someone from the past, but rather a prophecy about someone who will come in the future and like bring joy to the world. The Savior reigns, etc. That's what I would guess. It's a future prophecy and maybe not like a past individual. However, clearly, well, I don't know actually. I actually fucking don't know. It could be a past thing and a future thing. It could be like a second coming of Jesus type of thing. Who knows? I'm not the biggest fan of like a character being like a divine chosen one, but I'm not saying it can't be done well. There are ways you can do it well. So I'm reserving judgment on some of that, on some of like the more like prophecy-esque stuff, just to see what they do with it, because you can do that stuff well, it just depends how you approach it. But I do think the switcheroo of giving him basically a second transformation by essentially making it so that he had this awakened form, that he like an awakened Zoan, like him awakening his Zoan power by like having his heart stop so it could be restarted by the drum, like the first time he was ever like fully killed in battle against Kaido, right? Like that's really smart because it's like, well, obviously Luffy has never died before. He's been close to death, but he's never like straight up heart stopped, completely dead until he fought Kaido. Kaido literally killed him, and his ability wouldn't have been able to awaken with the sound, the drum heartbeat thing, until he'd been killed. Like it saved him from, it essentially activated because he was killed, right? That's my understanding. That's my read on how his powers work. So obviously awakening the second form that lets him turn, you know, the other things around him into like rubber and fucking silly cartoon shit as well. So like, I do think it's cool. I think it like is I think it's really in line with Luffy's character, these powers, like, and how silly and cartoony they can be. It's really in line with sort of like what I love about One Piece, and that it can be very cartoony and silly, but still take itself seriously at times, but also not too seriously. I think that's like really smart to give like the main character like this sort of like fun, kind of like ridiculous, like even more ridiculous power than what he already had, which was already pretty ridiculous. And then on top of that, I think it's I don't know. I think it makes sense. Like him calling it Gear 5 is a little weird because it's not. His gears are like typically, you know, kicked off by like essentially he's like altering his body in some way. So I guess you could say it's a gear, but it doesn't. It feels to me it's a little weird that he calls it Gear 5, but I'm fine with it. It's fine. But at the end of the day, like I like that he has this sort of like almost like Goku-esque form. Like he kind of has gone Super Saiyan, but it's in a way, I'm sure it's paying homage to like Super Saiyan in some capacity because he turns all white, his hair turns a different color. But I like the way they introduced it. I think it's really smart to like have this vehicle for a power-up be done in like kind of like a way where it's like, well, we just didn't actually know what kind of fruit he had. Like we made assumptions based on the properties of his body, but not all paramecia fruits even work that way, like I mentioned before. I will say I do feel like maybe it is a retcon because Oda didn't, I don't think, foreshadowed it early enough for it to be like, for me to consider it not a retcon, to be honest. I feel like, not to say you have to foreshadow things a million years in advance, but I feel like Oda typically does foreshadow things a million years in advance. So the fact that he didn't with Nika and just kind of really laid the groundwork, or at very least, like I know sun gods had been mentioned in like Elbaf, or sorry, yeah, like in like an Elbaf flashback, it had been mentioned, like kind of brought up a little bit in Skypiea. I don't know if he always had the goal of making Luffy like the second coming of the sun god or whatever, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what he had plans for. It's at the end of the day, it's just speculation. But anyway, let's get back into this. So the Giants are taking part in the battle. They're going to take them to Elbaf, presumably. They're signaling a retreat. That won't do. Allow me to blow a horn of my own. And then he goes, the pig yell, blah, 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 and like blows them away. They're getting yelled at. He's yelling hard, screeching, scratching. Luffy's whole face, eyes, scar, arm cloud thingies, hat, and slippers all get blown off. That's pretty wild. Operating on cartoon logic once again. So they're getting blown away. The island's going crazy again, and everything's on fire. I just noticed that. So people are being knocked out by this Conqueror's Haki roar. You good, Straw Hat? You held on. Your body's so funky. Yeah. That was close. He puts his scars back on. That's pretty funny. I do like that he operates on cartoon logic. It's pretty funny. It does make him like kind of like a little OP, but honestly, I'm okay with the main character being a little OP, you know, in the final saga of the story. It wouldn't make sense that he could accomplish his goals otherwise. So for me, it's fine. Who is this guy? Some government big shot. And then he does a, you know, big old bull flip. Brogy, right. And then they block the double block. Oh, fuck. I love how strong these boys are, and his fucking tusks turn into knives. That's wild. Sunshield Svalin! What quirk of destiny ties you together? Do you have any idea who that man is? Of course we do. Gaba, he's our buddy. See, and that's another thing I like about the way Oda's been approaching the Sun God stuff, is he's not having, like, Luffy doesn't know that he's, like, the second coming of God. He's like, no, I'm just, like, I'm being a good, goofy free boy when I turn into, you know, Nika Man or, you know, Gear 5 or whatever. Like, he's just like, this is what I'm like when I'm totally free. Like, he doesn't see himself as any different than he was before. He still sees himself as a rubber guy, but just like with like kind of like a new cartoony, like crazy power up. And all of his buddies they like Luffy, not because he's the chosen one, but because he's earned their trust and respect. That is how you, you know, you make it so it's not as bad. Split Skydla. Okay, so they do a big attack. He blows some spit at them, some boogers. That's Venom, watch out. So he gets the tree. He makes a bat out of it. Okay, that's pretty funny. That's goofy as fuck. I like it. He bats all of those away, bats it back at the guy. It blows up in his face. Ha ha ha. Have a taste of your own medicine. explodes. Nice. Very cool. So he turns them into... Yeah, he can like change the property of basically any object he touches. That's pretty crazy. Alright, so they need to escape. No, we have to hurry. These guys can't die. What? Yeah, so they're pretty strong. Then let's get a move on. Are they really immortal? No idea, but no matter what, I wonder how they're going to have to fight them later on, because they do seem like basically unstoppable. I'm sure there's like a weakness that will get exploited or brought up at some point. So we shall find out. Okay, so we got Nami, we got Bonnie, and then we got the guy with like the quadruple, the 8 chins, the long neck lad, butt chin man, Huff Huff. Sanji's running away with Vegapunk, and all of a sudden Bonnie is getting... Oh no, that's not Bonnie, that's York. Where's the room displayed on the monitor? Yeah, a monster! It spoke, who are you? Leave me be. Okay, so a lot of stuff's happening. Is Kizaru about to do some shit? He's been knocked down, he was thrown away by Luffy. I think he's just kind of sad. I don't think he's actually that beat up. He might be a little beat up, but I think he's mostly just sad that he has to attack his friends, you know, like Sentomaru, Kuma, Bonnie, and Vegapunk. They're all friends of his, so it makes sense that he'd be a little upset about that. All right, and that's the chapter. It's like a Titan in the middle of an inferno, and it seems to be growling something. Forgive me, Joy Boy. Oh shit. An apology for what? So now we got the mechanical giant who Vegapunk couldn't even figure out how to make this man work. Because the ancient civilization had technology that has been lost to time. So we're about to find out what the fuck is happening next chapter. And finally, we're going to start a new chapter. So, sorry guys, I just need to send a quick message. But yeah, so finally, this is all from here on out going to be new stuff for me. I just want to do a little recap because, like I said, haven't read One Piece in like 2 years. So, but thanks for stopping by, and yeah, we're going to keep going. I want to try to get at least 2 more chapters, get through at least 2 more chapters if I can, if not 3. And I might go a little quicker than I normally do or have in the past, just because I don't want to get like hung up. Like I actually want to make progress, and like I'm so far behind. I think I'm like, what? Like what's the latest chapter? Hold on. Let's see. Well, yeah. What is the latest chapter of One Piece? Hold on. Hold on, I need to figure out what this is. Okay, 1164. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, cool. So 1164, so like 50 chapters, roughly, give or take. Yeah, Ishmael says 1164, I believe, is the newest chapter. Yeah, thank you. You would have saved me some time if I just read the chat. Okay. Okay, so this is called Chapter 112, Hard Aspect. So this is all new for me going forward. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Obviously, I've been spoiled to us going to Elbaf at some point, the Straw Hats going to Elbaf, but beyond that, I really don't know anything that's about to happen on this island. So, the Mark III Pacifista have all been incapacitated. Don't let up, keep firing. So I remember Bonnie, I think Kuma had Vegapunk give Bonnie the highest privileges, so she can command all of the Pacifista, even above the Gorosei, which is pretty cool. Who I think had the highest command level before, besides Vegapunk, right? I think they had a higher level of Vegapunk, and then Bonnie has an even higher level than they do, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, let's get into this. The Mark III Pacifista have all been incapacitated, islands on fire, ships are sinking, because giants and Pacifista are fucking them up. We can't let Emperor Straw Hat's crew escape. It's so interesting that they're calling him Emperor Straw Hat, but alright, whatever. Okay, so Homie, with the skeletal horse body, skeletal centaur man, samurai man, is cutting these pacifista boy, the PX3s down. It'll be a disaster if Jewelry Bonnie gets away. She is no more than a little 12-year-old girl. I remember reading that part and being a little uncomfortable because, you know, they aged her up to look like a fully grown woman. So it's like, oh god, she's 12. Everyone who is simping feels very uncomfortable now. Thanks for that, Oda. And you gave her the power to eradicate entire nations. Your defiance is as foolish as it is insolent, Vegapunk. Let's hurry back to the ship. So we got, oh, this is the guy from Enies Lobby. I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, these are both Enies Lobby guys, right? Yeah, some scary-looking guys just arrived. Kaboom, kaboom. Big sounds, big explosions, big cannon fire. Stop them from setting sail. We got punk bottles in the distance. Target the ship from Elbaf and sink it. Target the ship. Oh, sorry. Fuck. I read that so weird. I read it as target the ship from Elbaf, as if they were like firing from Elbaf back to Egghead. I'm like, are the islands that close together? That literally makes no sense. So yeah, I just got confused there for a moment. Get to the northeastern front on the double. All right, good stuff. Oh fuck yeah! So the guy with 8 double chins, or the neck. Yeah, eight double chin man versus Frankie. This is the fight we've all been waiting for, guys. This is what we've been looking forward to the most. Out of the way. I'm not letting you through. Steam strong. Oh, he's got like a cool arm. He's got like maybe a robot arm. Bam! But Frank hits. Oh no, he hits him with steam, and then strong right. So he hits him with the strong right. Is this guy a vice admiral? Did Frankie just fuck up a vice admiral? That's pretty badass. Ah! Dude, the Straw Hats are so fucking strong at this point. Like, Frankie just one-shot... Essentially, I don't know if that guy's down for the count, but he looks like he just one-shot a Vice Admiral, which is pretty cool. Like, broke his arm in half. Dude, Frankie is OP as fuck. Okay. Hey, Giants, take care of my dad. You bet! Okay, so Giants are taking care of Kuma. There's a guy with a clam chowder, or a clam on a stick. He's attacking. Frankie is beating up guys. Giants are beating up guys. Brace yourself, Jewelry Bonnie. You stupid, miserable brat. You're not... Sorry, guys. I'm trying to... Fuck. Alright, hold on. I need to shift the camera slightly. Bear with me a sec. Just because it's in the way of the text on the screen. Alright, now I can read it. We're not going to let you keep a single one of our war machines. Okay. Oh, sorry. My camera's a little out of focus, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. There we go. Hey, God's Belik 1019. I'm on chapter 500 and something. Okay. I watched the anime like 5 years ago. Fuck yeah, dude. Well, we're gonna be spoiling shit if you're... well, hold on. You're on chapter 500 and something. So does that mean you had caught up with the anime back 5 years ago? Because we're already... I'm pretty sure like these chapters that I'm reading now are like currently being adapted into the anime, which is another reason why I really wanted to catch up, right? Because like I don't want to get spoiled to this shit. I want to go in as blind as possible on this type of stuff. Yeah, I'm caught up. Oh, you are caught up. Okay, cool. Nice, dude. Okay, awesome. Yeah, the manga. I think the manga is a better medium for One Piece in particular. Not like in general. Like, for instance, like Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, in my opinion, like enhances the source material by like leaps and bounds. But when it comes to at least the current One Piece anime, like there's obviously like some great moments, like the like Robin screaming like "I want to live" and like shooting down the flag in Enies Lobby is like elevated by the music and the voice acting and all that. But generally speaking, at least in my opinion, I typically prefer the manga for One Piece, and part of that's because you get like you get the cover arcs, right? You just don't get that in the anime, like because it does not translate to animation, like it's like a one-page like thing that's oh, speaking of which, I didn't actually read what the cover story is up above, so let's read this actually, because before we get any further. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 3. Consider this parting gift, payment for a favor I must ask of you. but I stopped watching the anime at Egghead. Oh, okay. So maybe I should disappear. I mean, if you don't want to be spoiled, I would say come back later. And like, obviously, like, I don't want to lose a viewer, but I don't want you to get spoiled. This is like, this is not. If you're interested in getting caught up and if you don't care about spoilers, stay. But if you do, maybe come back another time. I don't think Marineford will be beat except the final war, maybe. I started mid-October. Okay. Yeah, you have a ways to go, but like you're at 500. That's where some hype shit is happening. So I hope you're having a good time with that arc. Necessarium said, I don't think Marineford will be beat except for the final war, maybe. Yeah, I hear you, dude. Like, for me, I think my favorite arc is still probably Enies Lobby, or Water 7 Enies Lobby, like, as like one saga, I guess. I really like Whole Cake Islands, and I also, but honestly, I've been enjoying Egghead a lot too. Like, I had some issues with Wano, as you might have noticed from my previous coverage. I don't think it's bad, but like, there's a lot of great things about it, and I enjoyed it in a lot of ways, but I do have like some more criticisms of it. I think Oda was maybe a little too ambitious, and because of that, he had to skip over some things that I wish had gotten like more fleshed out or like explored. I don't want to rehash that right now because I only have till I think 9 o'clock to read tonight, unfortunately. Hold on. I don't think Marineford. Okay. Yeah, you'll probably be caught up in November if you keep at a good pace. I spoiled myself to the whole show. Fuck, dude. I mean, hey, like, it's hard to avoid spoilers for it at this point, so I can't fault you for that. I'm at like 590. Okay, dude. Is it God's Balik 1019? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I think yeah, you're coming up. Are you at the time skip yet? I feel like that's not quite yet. That's all I'm gonna say though. Water 7 Enies Lobby top 3. Totally agree. Big Mom ruined Whole Cake Island for me. What? For me, like, Big Mom is like a top 10 character. But to each their own, I guess, my dude. To each their own. But I can understand. Like, she is kind of just like on a rampage for a good portion of that arc. So like, I can understand why maybe that doesn't appeal to everybody. Still A tier. I would definitely agree. It's an A tier arc for sure. Maybe not quite S tier, but for me, it's it holds a special place in my heart personally. My favorite arc is Skypiea by a lot. Yeah, Skypiea is awesome. I feel like I didn't appreciate it as much when I first read it, but like over time, it's definitely grown on me a lot. Yeah. No, like I don't care unless I get spoiled the One Piece when it's revealed. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's why I got to catch up now, man. I'm not trying to get spoiled of that type of shit. The time skip in 10 chapters. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So you're like at the end of, I guess like the post war arc then. Whitebeard, my favorite character. Whitebeard is awesome. Love that guy. Maybe next time I'm here, I'll be ahead of you. You might be. We'll see. I'm gonna try to like, cause I'm part of the reason I'm catching up is I'm actually going to Japan at the end of this month. So like, I want to like not get spoiled to stuff while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Cause I do want to like engage with like kind of like One Piece shit while I'm in Japan, potentially. If it, I have a pretty tight schedule, I think, while I'm there, so I don't think I'll get to do like too much of that, but I don't want to, I just want to avoid spoilers. So, where's my wedding cake? Like, shut up, bro. You said it maybe 500 times. Yeah, but she's also awesome, dude. Like, Big Mom's got like so many like facets of her character that just make her like fucking fascinating, Like, she's both a like crazy like narcissistic like Genghis Khan style warlord who has like basically like kind of stealing, like basically uses political marriages to gain like power and influence throughout the new world, and has like amassed like a huge, like basically has like, as far as I'm aware, like one of the biggest territories because of that. But she also has like this crazy relationship with like her children. She's also kind of like got like a childlike brain because she was like emotionally stunted as a kid. Her backstory is like the best backstory in like all of One Piece. Well, I don't want to say that, but it's pretty damn good for a 2-chapter backstory. That shit is fucking fire, dude. So like for me, I personally like, I love Big Mom. But I also like the whole like dynamic between her and her family, besides maybe the Straw Hats, it's like the most interesting crew in the series to me. And it's like, to me, it's not even close. Like, The Straw Hats are like the only thing that like potentially surpasses it because like we know them really well, and we've spent more time with them. But like the Big Mom crew dynamic of having like, you know, a mother who and all of her lieutenants are her children is like just like so cool, so fucking cool. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna get back into reading. We'll go through some comments more soon, but I don't want to get held up too much. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine, which I'm pretty sure is a real place in Japan, if I'm not mistaken, the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage. Consider this parting gift payment for a favor I must ask of you. So he gave her a parting gift, which it looks like a letter, and he's asking her a favor. So Kinemon, Yamato are doing a thing. Okay, so this guy, he's cutting people up. Frankie and the Giants are fighting. Uh-oh. He's not a weapon. And then, so Bonnie makes him a baby, makes Big Clam Chowder, Butt-Face Man a baby, kicks a baby in the face. My daddy is a hero, you cleft-chin geezer. This is hard to watch. Stop it. Beating the fuck out of a child is pretty crazy. But cool power. I like Bonnie a lot. I've really enjoyed her, like, flashback with Kuma. Obviously, like, her having this dynamic with Kuma was foreshadowed, like, pretty early on. I think even potentially as far back as, like, the post-war, post-Marineford. So it's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff to dig into there. Aren't you going to drink that Vega coffee of yours, Labo Stratum? So we got the punks. Don't tease me. Oh, is this a flashback? Because Shaka's dead, isn't he? Don't tease me, Shaka. It's too hot. You know my tongue's as sensitive as a cat's. Well, that's too bad, because it's literally, like, out in front of your body. If you get shot, Vegapunk, your tongue is getting hit first before your actual chest, my dude. There's only 4 minutes left now, Stella. Sip, sip. This is definitely the same room. So it looks like York is working with the funny Birdman, Igwar Birdman. There's no doubt this is where it was filmed, but... whoa! Okay, did he just kill her? Who just got zapped? Who just got zip-zapped? Wait a sec, don't do anything crazy. Stella, there's not enough time. See? You didn't stop diddly squat. So it looks like maybe they outsmarted York in some capacity by maybe like making it seem like a video was live when it was probably pre-recorded. Or maybe, oh, is this the video that's playing in front of the entire world? Yeah, okay, sorry, I forgot about that part of the plot, actually. So yeah, there's a video being broadcast, because I think Vegapunk was like potentially killed. Like, I don't think he's actually dead, but I do think like the fact that like they're trying to silence him because he knows about the true history. They don't want him to know. They found out he's been looking into it, and they want to silence him forever, basically. And now they're trying to go to Elbaf, which is where all the information from O'Hara got taken to by the Giants, and presumably Jaguar du Sol is there. So yeah, totally, you know, interesting stuff. Let's get into it. So there's no doubt this is where it was filmed, but kaboom. See, you didn't stop diddly squat. So, but we can cool the coffee down if we use a thermoelectric device to alternate. So they're looking for where the video might be playing. If I were Stella, I'd have made sure the broadcast nail was well hidden. Then I shall continue until the entire lab is vaporized. I mean, just blow up the fucking island, unless it's been uploaded to the fucking cloud, which is possible. Apparently, because he's... You know, actually, I don't know, because like, where is the server that's like that acting as like the central server that is like broadcasting, that everything is being broadcast from? Like, all, you know, virtual, as like an IT person, which I am, all virtual, you know, like stuff is hosted somewhere, like in a physical, or like managed by like a physical, you know, like it is associated with some hardware in a physical computing capacity, you know? And I assume the same goes for this man's brain that he cut out. So that'd be a mistake. The second floor of Building B is dedicated to weapons development, and the first floor houses the power station. Not only that, but the third floor of Building C stores a number of high-pressure gas cylinders. If you damage any of those, the resulting explosion will blow punk records to smithereens. Then think of a solution. You satellites all share an identical thought process, correct? Of course, I know exactly how to stop this. Besides, we don't want to rack up any more sins. Our relationship is already troubled enough. Okay. And then he's like, what? I am also confused by what she means by this. So, well, whose relationship? The two of them, or like her relationship with the government, or her relationship with the Vegapunks? I'm not sure. Anyway, I sense the voice of a small life form above. You mean from Punk Records? Don't tell me he hid the snail there. It'll be one. So who's sensing that? Is it the Birdman or is it her? York, right? It'll be one of the broadcast snails we recently finished developing. They're shaped like this with a sort of triangular shell. Okay, interesting. Where is the entrance? Oh shit. It's Stussy. My girl Stussy. The cutest. The cutest girl ever in One Piece, in my opinion. At least one of them. Top, very cute girl. Love her hairdo and her cool lipstick that literally like fucking has sea stone in it, which is awesome. So if she kisses you, she depowers you. Very sexy. Huff huff, what a relief, it's gone. Guess it wasn't interested in us. The feeling is mutual. What? Is Kaku saying he wouldn't... Okay, never mind. Is he saying he's not interested in them two? I don't know what he means by that. Okay, whatever. What in the blue blazes was that monster? Going off of what we overheard, I think it's one of the 5 elders. God, man, they put her in the fucking... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to be a simp. Not going to be weird. Go figure, what a repulsive transformation. So why are you still here? Did your new pals leave you high and dry? And she got stabbed by Lucci, right? And he's in a bubble. I forget how he got there. I think one of the... I have no idea. I'm not going to even guess. It'd be downright heartbroken. I would be downright heartbroken if it weren't for your own recent double cross. I decided to stay of my own volition. Someone needed to be here to carry out this final mission. So she's kind of like a clone. She's the clone of the original Stussy, who was Buckingham Stussy, who was the mom of, presumably, fucked Whitebeard, had a really crazy, weird-looking baby with him, who it was a Shichibukai, and presumably might work together with Marco to do something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but that's all I remember about that. Okay, let me read some of these comments. There was a panel where the Skypians were praying to God, and in the next panel, Luffy saves them and says, let the sun shine. Wait, Luffy says, let the sun shine? Or did someone else say, let the sun shine? God's Bellic, you got this, bro. Next few arcs are peak, for sure. Foreshadowing? Here, her backstory makes her kind of unique. I don't know. I think Kaido is a much cooler character. I disagree, Bo. I think Kaido is lame as all hell. Kaido, I was super disappointed with Kaido. Dude's got, like, nothing going on that makes him any different from any, like, big, lumbering jackass. I think Oda totally dropped the ball with Kaido, where Big Mom is, like, nuanced and interesting and has, like, a lot of facets to her character. Kaido, he just wants to be the strongest, he wants to be the best, he's a big club guy, he wants to challenge. I've seen that character archetype like a million times, and I've seen it done better like a million other times. So, I don't know. Kaido's not the worst character, like, he does have a little bit of, like, some, like, layers to him, I guess, but overall, I think, like, there are, 10 characters in Whole Cake Island that are, like, on the villain side that I think are, like, better villains than Kaido. Yeah. So, anyway, but that's Whole Cake Island sets a high bar. It has a lot of really great characters. Hang on. We're just gonna leave Stussy behind? There's no helping it. That darn barrier has to be lowered the instant the ship attempts its big escape. So she's trying to get them out of there. So these guys have death flags, Stussy and Kaku. And mind you, the Frontier Dome can only be disarmed from the command tower. The lady wanted to do it herself. We can only respect that and show our gratitude by getting out of here alive. Based, yeah, that's cold, but based as fuck. You got to do it. Don't let her sacrifice go to waste. Of course, we won't waste this chance to escape, but the thing is, how are we meant to cover the distance that Vega Force 01 was originally going to fly us? Well, what about coup de burst? Why can't they just do that? And then Godsbellic says, I prefer the dynamic between Germa. They are my fave. Germa's good. Yeah. I mean, the reason I love Whole Cake Island is it's just like, it's got all of these cool, like, kind of, like, family dynamics, right? Like, it's a juxtaposition between, like, the blood, like, kind of like the blood family of Big Mom and, like, how fucked up that, like, that entire situation is, and the blood family of Germa and how fucked up that situation has been for Sanji, and then you juxtapose that with, like, the family, like, the found family of the Straw Hats, like, you know, and, like, Sanji's found father, Zeph, you know, and how those people have actually, like, been the family that he really never had. And then also Beige's family, which is like, you know, even though they're kind of villainous and kind of underhanded, they still all, like, love each other, and, like, they you know, they were born in different places, but they're gonna die together. Like, that's a line that I really love from Beige. So, like, yeah, like, I think, like, Whole Cake Island is, like, that arc is fucking so good, dude. So fucking good. And Big Mom is fucking awesome. I love Big Mom. But anyway, continuing on. Of course we won't waste this chance to escape, but... Okay, so yeah. That's the real head scratcher here, Nico Robin. According to my calculations and all conventional wisdom, we're 100% guaranteed to crash and burn. Seriously. Guys, I finished loading the coup de burst. We can take off toward the sea to the second Zoro and the others get on board. Nice, so he's loaded it up. They're going to burst away. If we don't make it, we'll have to improvise and rely on everyone's powers. Let's give it our all. Okay, fuck yeah, Usopp. Doing his engineer thing. Love to see it. Wowee, this sure is a rowdy crew. They say miracles happen because guts triumph over all. And love that theory. And I love that theory. Okay, gotcha. Even if I am a scientist. Wait, who's saying that? Do they have a weird accent? I forget. Edison, what are you doing? I'm gonna make sure your ship reaches the ocean. Alright? Trust me. Projected damage is 78%. So he's jumping through the fucking... I guess he's trying to hit... So he's trying to give them a way out of, like, the dome by, like, blasting through it himself. Edison. Ain't dying. Not yet. A terrible vortex. Oh shit, what's happening? Is emanating from the island. So fucking vortex is happening and it's the fucking sandworm. He's back. He's sucking everything in. He's doing the big suck. The gluck gluck. Alright. What power is... It's sucking us in. Oh, dude. When you nut, but she keeps sucking. That's the face Luffy's making right here. We're not getting anywhere. Luffy getting that good, dude. Fuck yeah. Damn it. So he's running away. If you're so hungry, snap. He breaks off a building. Try chewing on this building, bitch. Throws it into his mouth, and now he has got a mouthful. And wow, dude, just imagine that Gluck, man. Oh, and he hits him in the back of the head with the castle. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if that's an effect of the Nika power, or if it's actually hitting him that hard that it literally made a dent in his fucking skull. Either way, we know this guy can survive getting his head chopped off, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Go! Yabba baba, this is a real thrill. Ha ha ha. Nice. Wheeze. Okay, he turns into the old man again, so we're seeing the side effects of Gear 5. Very interesting. I'm beat. So now the Giants are going to have to protect him. The boar's charging. Oh shit. Leap. Oh, is he going to do a Gear 3 punch? Gear 3rd. Gum gum. Oh shit, he's going to do a Red Rock. Let's go, dude. I love Red Rock. Let's go, dude. Such a great addition, having him being able to use Gear 3rd on just one of his limbs at a time, and then like hit him with the fire rock, and like having the super hockey. I think that does that's pretty cool. Red Rock, pow! Gives him a big bump. Oh shit! And he got hurt from that. That's an attack that literally knocked Kaido on his ass. and this guy fucking tanked that shit, and Luffy got hurt from it, even with his fucking, like, Conqueror's, like, Hockey Ryo power? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Is that showing that, like, this guy is, like, more, you know, dense and fucking chiseled and beefed up than Kaido? That's crazy, dude. Okay. How hard is this guy's skin? God damn. And he's just glaring. Alright. Labostratum, back entrance. Yeah! Hey, hey, hang on. What, the world? Who goes there? And then, okay, so we got a big guy climbing. What? What? So, is it the spider guy? Is it, Saturn? It looks like a crab. Northeast Coast, the Giants. Oh, so the Giants are now getting fucked up, too. Oh, shit. Huh? Who the heck is that? So, okay, so we got Samurai. Man, this guy's definitely by far the most intimidating of these guys. Like, I don't know. He just looks fucking scary with that fucking cool-ass centaur, you know, fire blade. I don't know. He looks... And he just took out 2 giants, like, immediately. So that's pretty crazy. Now this guy, the guy who everyone thought was Sanji's dad for a while. Anyone remember that? Was anyone around during when we found out Sanji was important and had the only alive? Everyone thought he was this guy's son. No, maybe it was no, it wasn't this guy. I'm sorry. It was the guy who has like the cool like he looks kind of like a James Bond villain. Like he's got like doesn't have the beard. He just has like a standard. I think it's actually the sandworm, like Jupiter maybe. I forget which one's which. Punk Wreckers Labostratum. There's only 1 more minute, Stella. I know. This must be it. It seems fortune did not favor you this time. Vegapunk. Gurgle, 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 gurgle. Oh shit, there's a gurgling in the air. And we didn't get the robot doing anything this chapter, like the ancient mech that breached Mary Jo's, that woke up last chapter. We didn't see it at all. Anyway, let's barrel forward, guys. I want to get through at least 1 more chapter. Front cover and color spread next issue. Cool. So that kind of didn't seem like super eventful. It was just like kind of moving the plot along, but still interesting. This is an awesome cover spread. Love Big Robin playing with all of her toys and her knights in shining armor. Luffy, Sanji, Wanji, and Zolo. We love Wanji. We hate Zolo. Marimo. Anyway, yeah, Usopp. Oh, these are cool. They're all pieces on a chessboard. So you got these 2 are the knights, I guess. Luffy is what? King, I presume? Actually, Brook looks like king, weirdly enough. And then Jinbei's a castle, Frankie's a castle. Cool. And Nami is queen. Brook is king? Luffy is what, exactly? What is Luffy? I have no idea. What he is. And our boy here is an archer. I also am confused on what Usopp is, and all the choppers are pawns, which is cute and appropriate. Robin playing chess with the other Straw Hats as the pieces. Very cute. I'll have to take a closer look at that some other time. Really like that color spread, though. It's cool. Okay. The world's largest brain. Punk Records. The mind of a genius. Now then, while my coffee could use more time to cool, it's probably safe to assume that we've given people sufficient time to set up their video transponder snails. T-minus 30 seconds, Stella. I'm getting nervous. We'll be broadcasting to the entire world. Okay, well this is a fail on Vegapunk's part in recording a video. Why didn't he cut out this part? You know, what the fuck? I guess he's trying to give people time so they can like rebroadcast what he's doing before it gets taken down. To continue, to live even after your death. Is this your true self, Vegapunk? Interesting. The fucking, the huge brain. Oh shit, he actually did cut out his fucking head. Oh my god. I don't know why I thought it would just be a brain in a jar, but it's like his whole fucking, the big part of his head in a jar. That's crazy. Then again, what is death to something like this? I mean, yeah. Holy shit, look how massive it is compared to our boy. Like, holy fuck, dude. Is your consciousness even housed here? Like, what? Like, his brain got so big. I didn't eat, like, the brain fruit or something. I kind of wish he was just smart, but whatever. I guess it's fine. It looks cool as fuck. Like, this is a cool image. There's some fucking, science fiction shit. Some cyberpunk shit. Love it. Alright, let's go. Indeed, this footage will eventually... Is this Eam? Reach the entire world. I take pride in that connection. Oh no, this is the broadcast snail. It's looks like the one that what's her name? Oh, is this guy the bird guy? Just turned back into a normal guy? I take pride in that connection, but sharing this is also a great burden. Someone has to stop this guy. No way, you don't have one, Kaya-san. Okay, Syrup Village. Holy shit, Usopp's hometown, East Blue. We got Mary, dude. Crazy. Was not expecting to just, you know, whip all over the world right now. That's crazy. We thought you'd be the one person in the village who would. Do you realize how big video transponder snails are? It's rather large. It's rather larger than your average house pet. Now allow me to fetch the tea. All right. Dr. Vegapunk is a legend in the medical field too, you know. So she's recording. I know all about it. As if, you big liar. Aw, the Usopp Pirates, man. I love these guys. As if you're... This is cute. And Kaya listening in. Kaya looks great, dude. She's got that haircut. She's looking gorgeous. Damn. Piman Ninjin, you should take Piman Ninjin, you should take Dr. Vegapunk's research more seriously. So he actually, you know, Onionhead actually cares about this. I'll be starting shortly. Twin Capes. So we got the Marines are listening in. They're taking stuff down. Twin Capes. We got Crocus listening to it. Awesome. That's crazy. When was the last time we saw fucking Crocus in like modern day? That's wild. Kind of can't believe we're seeing him, to be honest. Yeah, nice. But yeah, okay, so here. The futuristic island of Baltimore. So Vegapunk's hometown. Oh shit. You mean he was really born here? You betcha. He's Baltimore's pride and joy. Wasn't he responsible for the nightmare of Baltimore? No, that was Frankie. I heard he's turned himself into a ship now. I love how in Oda's dark future for Frankie, he actually does turn himself into a ship. I feel like that's the good ending, though. I feel like Frankie would consider that the good ending. Him becoming more ship than man. How many years has it been now, Vegapunk? Birdie, I think we saw this guy in Frankie's, not his cover arc, but like when he went to Baltimore in the post-Ennis lobby arc. Birdie Kingdom. Where Chopper studied. South Blue. Seems it's about the island where Tanuki-chi is. Oh, so these guys are the guys Chopper hung out with. Holy shit, we're really whipping around. This is crazy. Seems like all the people who are interested in like science and medicine and history are really like taking a keen listen to this. Gua! We got the Gua bird, the big old birds that Chopper was friends with and helped make peace between these people and the bird people. A king of modern science, but his smarts have also been used to make many weapons. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Hachinosu, the pirate island, new world. So Blackbeard's island. Quiet down, you scallywags. That Vega fellow is gonna speak. So what, you crossed me earlier. I ain't letting that slide just to listen to some old fossil, matey. And then I love that Hachinosu is just, is basically just, it reminds me of that place in Pirates of the Caribbean. You guys know what I'm talking about, where it's kind of like a lawless island. Can you hear me? Egghead, new world, testing. Oh, dude, this guy's so bad at broadcasting. Oh, I feel like he's gonna fool this guy. I feel like this is I feel like they're fucking with him. This is Vegapunk. Oh, he crushed it. Attention world, an ordinary transponder snail. That means this is no mere hiding place then. You wanted to fool me with a decoy. Oh shit, curse you, Vegapunk. So it looks like York might have fooled him, maybe? Or maybe, who knows? Who knows who fooled him? Maybe it was just the regular Vegapunks. Hello out there. Stella, we already had an introduction when we did the signal jacking part. I know that. All the other Vegapunks are like considering like OG Vegapunk a boomer. They're trying to explain how to use a fucking camera, how to do a live. He's like, you're live, bro. you're fucking live. Like, pay attention. Fine then, we'll get started. Without further ado. All right, let's hear it already. Who knows what's coming? What's up? A very important man is making an announcement. Just go back to bed, dear. I wonder who these people are. Okay, so we're just whipping around the world, seeing what's up. It hasn't stopped yet. Mars, what are you doing? My apologies, that wretched Vegapunk. Oh wait, are they communicating telepathically right now? The Gorosei? Because he just reached out to Mars. Mars, what are you doing? My apologies, that wretched Vegapunk. He was much more cautious than we gave him credit for. There is currently no stopping the broadcast. It's impossible to determine how much he actually knows or what he intends to say now. But York told us he wished to carry the torch of the O'Haran scholars. Oh shit. This won't be a repeat of Clover. He means to finish what O'Hara started. Oh shit, dude. We're getting into some deep lore shit right now. This is awesome. Okay. Wow. So we got, holy shit, the four of the five elders. Interesting. And they're flashing back in a crazy way. Vegapunk! Did you hear that? It was a sweet girl crying out. Bonnie-chan needs me! Come on, Sanji. Chill, homie. What is that thing? Jewelry Bonnie? We will not surrender our military might to you. Get back, Bonnie. Okay, Frankie, well done, man, well done. Out of the way, Frankie. Huh? If anyone's gonna pull off an impressive rescue of Bonnie... Oh shit, Sanji coming in, dude. It'll be me! Fuck yeah, dude. Sanji bounces off of his sword and fucking uppercuts this man with a crazy kick. That's awesome. We're not gonna cut you slack just cause you're senile. This is a pirate's fight, you geezer. Wow. That's sick. That's sick. Oh shit. And then he turns into a fucking horse face again and bites him. Shit. It's almost like the horse face came out of his chest. Ooh-ah! So Sanji got bit. Crush, snap. Sanji. But we know Sanji's basically, a Germa boy. He's got metal fucking skin. He's super strong. What's that? What's that? I confess that. It's starting. Oimo, hold him down. Oh shit, Oimo and Kashi are getting in there. Nice, dude. Oimo and Kashi taking part. That's awesome. I love their new hats. They look great. I confess that I've committed two grave sins. With pleasure, Kashi. Stella. So, Atlas is carrying Stella away. Distorted future. She's about to do some crazy Nika punch. What the heck? Is that Jewelry Bonnie? Oh, she's a giant. Give me a giantess future. That's crazy that she can just become like a Nika guy. She can become a giant guy. And she's about to fucking step on these guys. Some people, this would do bad things to them. They would be thinking weirdly about a 12-year-old. Not me, though. Oda, why you do this? I believe that I will soon be executed for my transgressions. So this message will be programmed to broadcast the second my heart stops beating. Sabaody Archipelago. So is he really dead then? I guess his brain survives even if his heart dies. And all the other versions of him are still alive. So like it's not like he's fully done. Sabaody Archipelago. He can't be serious. Wait, does that mean he's already dead? It can't be. He was all over the papers just this morning. They said he's being held hostage by the Straw Hat Pirates. And then, oh fuck, Caesar. He's on Germa's ship from the, and we know this from the, what's it called? From the cover story. I refuse to accept this. You lying bastard. You can't just die. We just teamed up so we can surpass you. And he's crying because he wanted to get revenge on Vegapunk by defeating him himself. It's like Zoro if he found out Mihawk died, you know? It's a sad day. Hey, what's the big idea with this massive broadcast? Is he trying to kill print media? We got Big News Morgan's the best character in all of One Piece. He's like, the print media is going out of business. AI is phasing out my job. It's phasing out my line of work. Should have been worried about that, dude. Snail mail is a thing of the past. I want to make one thing clear, that I pray to understand this. Please do not assume that the ones who strike me down are evil, regardless of who they seem to be. I do not intend to discuss right and wrong here. Yeah, leave us alone! I am not qualified to judge such things, and I do not know nearly enough about him in any case. Vegapunk. Oh shit. The weakling crew versus, Nami, Usopp. Oh shit, dude, this is not good. You got Nami, Usopp, Chopper, and Brook, kind of like basically the weaker members of the crew up against Saturn, who was fucking up like Luffy and Sanji. That voice, I see. That being said, Nami does have some big power-ups with Neptune? No, not Neptune. Not Prometheus, Zeus. She has Zeus. So she might have a chance to do some damage. That voice, I see. And then Robin is, where was she? That is quite an audacious hypothesis. Oh, wait, is he about to broadcast? You must be Nico Robin. Oh, so she heard his voice on the fucking transponder snail back during O'Hara, dude. Oh, shit. Dude, I love the focus Robin is getting in this arc. Like, I love that all of the O'Hara stuff, it feels like we're about to get, like, the Robin part of the story, and I am so excited for that, dude. I've been waiting for this shit for a long time. Actually, honestly, I didn't even know that she would get more, like, development and, like, have these, like, big emotional moments. I'm so excited that we're getting this at all. So you must be Nico Robin, the woman Akainu let slip through his fingers. That impotent fool. He's one of the 5 elders. Alright, let's see. What are you talking about? Protect Robin! Oh shit. Who's gonna get stabbed then? Oh shit, okay. Nice, Nami, Oh, she uses Zeus to protect Robin. Nice. Okay, cool. Awesome. And Brook's got his ice sword. And yeah, and oh shit. This is awesome. The weakling trio going up against a fucking member of the Gorosei is crazy. So and Brook, who's the weakling quadruple against, and just trying to protect Robin. Like, so this is awesome. So and now they're strong enough to actually do it. This is incredible. So Brook turns one of his legs, cuts one of his legs off. Holy shit. Usopp looks like he used exploding pop green or something. Nami uses Zeus to block it, her Zeus staff, and our boy Chopper uses guard point. Fucking awesome, dude. We'll keep you safe no matter what. Move, you filthy insects. Shit. I'm sure what I'm about to say will be hard to accept. Some of you may think me a madman or even an idiot. This is futile. There are far too many life forms in the vicinity of the laboratory. I cannot sense any unique telepathic waves. Think. If this keeps up, they won't let me be a celestial dragon. I'm a Vegapunk too, so where would I hide it? Oh shit. Is York gonna solve the case? That said, it is still my duty to ensure that everyone is aware of this issue. Oh fuck, we're about to get a fucking bomb drop, I bet. Perhaps we should consider destroying the power station to stop this. That is out of the question. The nearby marine ships and equipment aren't the only things we stand to lose in the battle, in the blast. We would also be sacrificing our one and only means of replicating our success with the Mother Flame. Oh shit. So they've had success with the Mother Flame. Interesting. Because I thought Vegapunk wasn't able to reproduce the Mother Flame. So that's interesting. That's very odd. That's interesting. Okay. We would also be sacrificing our one and only means of replicating our success with the Mother Flame. I'll cut to the chase. Our world is going to sink into the ocean. What? Whoa! Did not see that coming. What? A confession and a shocking prediction. I mean, honestly, hey, the polar ice caps are melting, my dudes. We need to do something about this. Global warming, it's affecting the One Piece world as well. Al Gore was right the whole time, god damn it. We're just, we gotta stop, we gotta preserve the polar ice caps, man, or we need to make every island float. Just like our based boy Iceberg said back in Water 7 Enies Lobby. But wow, guys, that was a marathon. Obviously, I have to get going. I don't have more time tonight to continue. Really want to, but expect more streams. Expect more One Piece streams coming soon. Because I need to start catching up, and I might not do it, all in one go, but we're gonna keep chipping away. So you'll see me soon. And yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.